Shopify has just been upgraded with over 150 new updates. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about the updates that you need to know that are going to help you run your store easier and make more money online with Shopify. Every 6 months, Shopify releases something they call the editions. They do one in winter and they do one in summer, and this is the summer one. And in every edition release, they add new features, they improve current features, and they just make it easier for you to sell online. Now, if we're just meeting, my name's Brendan Gillen. I'm a Shopify partner, and I've been working in e-commerce for over 15 years, working for billion-dollar brands. And I'm now the founder of the e-commerce academy, where we work with brands to go from $0 to $1 million a year. If you want some more information about that, there is a link down below. But let's now get into the Shopify Editions update. We're going to take you through my favorite updates that have been released. The first one is Markets. Markets has been around in Shopify for quite a while now, but they are really investing time and money into making Markets even better. Basically, the premise of Markets is it allows you to have one Shopify install, but sell to the entire world. Now, this had been available for a little while, and we've been able to sell into other countries relatively easily, but the things that were holding us back were shipping settings, tax settings, the ability to change content per region, all those sorts of things. And this is all now being solved in Shopify Markets. So if you've been thinking about selling your products in other countries, Shopify Markets is going to make that super easy. The upgrade to the current markets should be released in the next couple of months, so keep an eye out for it. Now, the second one, which makes life a lot easier for those that have multiple warehouses. In my store, we ship from multiple locations, and currently what we have to do in Shopify is consolidate our shipments into one shipping fee and charge the customer that way. The problem is, in the back of Shopify, it doubles up the fees and it makes it really clunky for us to manage. Plus, customers don't realize that they're getting two separate shipments. So what this new split shipment feature does is it shows to the customer in the checkout that their order might be coming from two locations. They can also adjust whether they want to choose a fast option or a slow option, different price, cheaper, faster, things like that. Basically what it does is it allows people who have multiple locations present those locations to customers on the checkout so that they have the best option and the best choice of delivery. This is going to be a game changer for those that ship from multiple locations or multiple warehouses. This release should be available pretty soon to all stores, and you'll just see it in your back end of Shopify. Now, this next update continues to give the entrepreneurs like us control of the way our store looks. So over the last maybe 18 months, the theme editor has gotten so many revisions and improvements just to make it easier that you can adjust the look and feel of your store and be less reliant on developers. So there's been a huge update to the way the theme editor looks. Now, you're not necessarily going to see those changes too much, but what it means is that Shopify has allowed theme developers to improve the way the themes work. So they've done a few things. They've allowed us to have more style settings. So if you think about the way you edit your theme now, the only real things that you can edit is maybe the size of the font and the colors. What they've now done is given you the ability to add padding and spacing and more styles so that you can make it look the way that you want. And you won't need to get a developer to add in all the theme styling and the padding and all that sort of things. You're going to be able to do that yourself. The other add-in to the theme editor is we're going to be able to pull data out of Shopify. So sometimes we can pull product data and collection data in, but moving forward, we're going to be able to pull in meta objects and meta fields a lot more easily in the theme throughout the entire theme. So that's going to be really powerful for you to be able to have a really custom, personalized theme. This is available right now, but you'll only see it within themes that are upgraded. So if your theme is from a trusted theme developer, make sure you upgrade the theme to get these new features. Now, the next one is an upgrade to Shopify's search and discovery app. This app allows us to have more sophisticated search in our store. So for those stores that have large catalogs that heavily rely on search, this has gotten a lot better. They've added hundreds and hundreds of new categories, and they call that taxonomy, so that it makes it easier for people to find things. But the real thing that I like about this search and discovery app is the improvement of the filters on the left-hand side. So these filters are going to get a lot more detailed. We're going to be able to use meta fields, but we're now also going to be able to use images to filter by. So that's color swatches, that's styles, that's prints on the left-hand side or in the little filter menu. We're going to be able to do that by images. This one's going to be a really cool feature to make the user experience a lot better. And if we make the user experience better, then we have more chance of converting those customers into buyers. This next feature that I'm pretty excited about we've been waiting on for a while and we've had to do a lot of workarounds. This one is called Store Credit. So finally Shopify has Store Credit and it's available straight away. Basically what this means is we can add credit to a customer's account so that they can spend it on the store and just use it as a payment method. Now this can be really useful for if you're giving refunds or returns. Rather than give the money back to the customer, we can add it as a store credit and they can spend it that way. In the past, we've had to use gift vouchers or coupons or things like that. But now we've got Store Credit, super easy to set up. You just go into the customer's account and you type in how much credit they have and they can use it directly in the checkout. That one is available now. And then the final one is AI. Now, AI has been a buzzword that has been thrown around for the last 12 months in Shopify. They've called it Shopify Magic, and we've seen this roll out slowly through different features in Shopify. So they've added on some more features to it. If you remember the last update that I did around Shopify Editions, Shopify introduced something where you could change the background of the product images to anything that you wanted just by typing in background. Now what they've done is they have made that feature go across anywhere that you can edit an image. So any image that you can edit now, you can use Shopify Magic to manipulate that image using AI. So that's really cool. But the second thing that they've released is called Shopify Sidekick. Now Sidekick has been talked about for a while and it's taking a long time to be deployed, but I'm sure they want to get it right. So what Shopify Sidekick is going to allow you to do is use just real words to do things like create customer groups. It's going to do things like working out customer data. Rather than having to know all the code, you just ask Sidekick, hey Sidekick, can you find me all the customers that have bought this product in the last 6 months? And it's going to create a customer group for you. That's going to be really powerful for those that are using Shopify Marketing or using Shopify Audiences. And then the final AI update that is going to be really cool is the integration with AI into Shopify Inbox. So this is going to give you something where it's going to predict the reply that you're going to need to give to the customer. So if you know Shopify Inbox, it's a customer service tool where people chat back and forth with their customers. Now, that's been really manual. We've had to type it in or we've had to just pre-can some responses. But now AI is going to be able to read exactly what the customer wants. They're going to know information about your store and they're going to be able to suggest responses that you want to give to the customer. So that's the first stage. I'm sure in the future it's going to be able to answer for you. But for now, it's going to suggest the responses. You read it, edit it, and you can send it through to the customer. So they're my favorite updates for Shopify Summer Editions. Now, there is over 150. I've put the link down below so you can check them out. But I'd love to hear from you. What are your most favorite upgrades that are in Editions? There's 150. I've only given you a few. Maybe there's some that are more suitable to you. Comment down below what your favorites are.